The Spotrac Podcast, talking sports contracts, the salary cap, and business of sports.
Hey, welcome to the Spotrac.com podcast. I'm Kevin Sylvester, along with Paul Peck and Mike Giannetti, the founder of Spotrac.com. We are doing something a little different today. We're doing a live, well, this is live on Facebook, but when you hear this, it won't be live. It's a podcast. But we are doing a draft that is going to be by the cap, and we're going to pick the best team that we possibly can. They have to have some value in there, right, Mike, to fit it under the salary cap?
Yeah, so just semantics-wise, here's what we did. We took the average adjusted salary cap across the NFL this year and subtracted the average amount of dead cap that exists across the league, and it got us to a number of about $176 million. So that's our hard cap for today, and we'll try to squeeze 53 players in there somehow.
All right, so where do we want to start?
Yeah, so
quarterback?
I think discussion point-wise, just for matters of time and maybe just to make it more interesting, I think we can start with the offensive line, because what I want to do there is I actually want to take a unit, right? I want to take a 5-person unit as our draft, so it's not just the best left
you haven't
tackle.
thoroughly researched backup guards around the league?
I probably have more than too many people.
You have.
But I think it's actually more interesting to look at these guys as a group, because there's really some decent value, but there's also a heck of a lot of money out there on these offensive lines. So
can we eliminate the Bills' offensive line?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're only worth $8.9 million.
Yeah, well, I
get what you pay for.
But
exactly.
But their Pro Football Focus rank, which is what I'm going to use a lot here because they've done a nice job projection-wise, they rank 29th. So I think maybe the value might
generous.
not be there.
All right, so who are the top 10 offensive lines via Pro Football Focus? Because I think we want to go anywhere beyond the top 10 offensive line, right?
I would think not. I think that's probably the
okay. So who are they?
So we're talking the Eagles.
Eagles. That's what I would have guessed.
And then the Cowboys.
Yep.
And
not so much Cowboys anymore, though.
Even with Travis Frederick is ill.
And they're starting a rookie.
It looks like Zach Martin's going to make it back for week 1.
Uh-huh.
So I think they're still pretty confident with what they've got across the line there. So it's Eagles, Cowboys, asterisk, Falcons, Steelers, Titans are your top 5. And there's some value. Not really.
The Titans jump out at me with Taylor Lewan and a couple of their other guys as maybe a good value pick there.
I like the Steelers.
I'm going to tell you right now that in terms of the dollars, you're also talking top $5 right there for all 5 of those teams.
Well,
I don't want to spend. Listen, I want to spend on quarterback and some skill positions. I don't want to spend crazy on the offensive line.
I would think we would want to spend. Clearly, you want to spend on quarterback, a good running back, a really good receiver, and then maybe a second pretty good receiver, right? Again, can't be an all-star team. That's not how you can do these things.
That's right.
You've got to decide where you want to spend the money. To me, those are pretty clearly and obviously the places you want to spend it.
Well, I will say this. I actually misspoke there. I believe the Titans are the best pick.
Okay.
The Titans actually have a combined cap for their 5 starters at $25 million, which is 16th, right in the middle.
That sounds to me.
And they're projected to be the 5th best offensive line in football. So I think that's probably your best value.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
So we are drafting the Tennessee Titans, and we'll get that in as we go here.
That's the only Titan we're going to pick.
You
all
think?
right?
You think?
Yes.
Not a Mariota fan, huh?
No, I'm not.
Right.
No, but
even if you are a Mariota fan, I think you're going to say he's not going to be the number 1 pick at quarterback for anybody.
Well, I do like the idea of picking a younger quarterback and not going after I want to get a good quarterback, but I don't want to spend all the money on quarterback because I think there's some value with some of these quarterbacks on their first contract.
It's how the NFL works now. Yeah. Is that we've talked about this a lot. If you have a quarterback on a rookie contract making less than $12 million a year, it gives you so much more flexibility as opposed to a great quarterback making $20 million a year. And again, that doesn't make it mean you don't take one of those great quarterbacks because they're getting paid that for a reason. Mm-hmm. But that's what we have to decide. Do we rather have a Jared Goff or would we rather have a Russell Wilson?
So I was thinking Goff.
Because the pay, right? We're at least a $10 million gap between their pay, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're talking about a significant drop there, especially even if the guys who are drafted. I mean, if you're not taking the guy who was drafted in the high first round, then if you're taking Darnold over Mayfield, for instance, you're saving yourself $3 million on the cap right there. So there's a lot to be said, even for the young guys with draft selection and how much they're going to play and the production, obviously. But yeah, I think if you're coming into this and you're building a team outside of Aaron Rodgers, which one of those veterans are you really going to start with? And that's kind of the goal here, right? We're sort of building our team, our dynasty. You probably have to consider Rodgers, right?
I think you have to. If you want to have the best quarterback and the most productive quarterback, I think you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
But again, if we're going to do that, then we're going to have to dig a little deeper at the other positions.
Yep.
I don't want to dig deeper at the other positions. I want – see, I was thinking Goff the entire time. I'm thinking talent and value, and I think there's talent and value with Jared Goff right now. And I'm thinking we can spend some big money at wide receiver and give him some tools there.
Are we concerned with Wentz injury-wise? Is that why we're not talking Wentz? Because Wentz is projected a little higher, and he's actually cheaper than Goff.
Because he went number 2 instead of number 1.
Yeah.
Well, it depends who I'm getting as my backup.
Well, that's your decision, yeah.
Why don't we? Well, how about this? Why don't we just take the Eagles quarterbacks? I'd take them both, right? That's good value for a starter and a backup, isn't it?
Nick Foles costs $13.6 million.
That's too much.
He costs almost double Carson
much.
Wentz.
Oh, I'm thinking last year, $5 million.
He got his,
okay.
He got his
raise.
Super Bowl bonus here. So
well, why don't we pick them both? Why don't we pick Wentz and Goff? Why don't we got 2 quarterback spots there. I'm not putting Nate Peterman up there. I'm not going to put.
Can we afford to spend that much on a quarterback position?
Well, it's the equivalent of one veteran, really.
Well, all right.
Right?
It would be the equivalent of Jimmy Garoppolo,
one Tom
right?
Brady
Yes,
is what it is.
I think put them both in there.
It's one Tom Brady. Is Goff versus Wentz.
Listen, Paul, this is we can do whatever we want to do. If we got to change it, if we get over the cap, see, there's a. I don't know if you see the big screen there. You guys can see the big screen.
I got you.
Right,
I got you, Kevin.
It counts down, right? It's like the NATO clock. All right.
Yeah, for those of you keeping track on Facebook here, this is our roster builder tool. You can find that under the tools section here of the sub navigation right there. And you can either do what we're doing and kind of build out from scratch, or you can actually select one of the current teams and make some trades, make some roster cuts, and sort of figure out how they get down to 53 with the Saturday deadline coming. So,
all right. I think I know where I want to go with running back here.
Is that where we're going next?
Well, are we going there next?
You tell me.
Value versus production?
Well,
I think we should go with the wide receivers.
Okay, let's go wide receivers. I'll hold my running back call.
The money's going to be a little bit higher there. It might be a little bit more difficult.
I'm trying to think of who's good, who's young, and
well,
cheap
that's exactly where I was going with running back. So now I'm trying to think of who's the equivalent to the running back that I'm thinking of, which is crazy good production still under a rookie contract.
Yep. It's not Odell Beckham. I can tell you that right now.
Nope, it's not Odell Beckham.
You know what's sad? We're thinking about we are thinking like owners. We're thinking cheap.
We are.
You're thinking no, not cheap value, Kevin. There's a difference between cheap and value.
Who are we kidding?
There's a difference between. Are you going to bring up the top earning wide receiver? You're going to bring up the wide receiver list?
Here we go. Here's your top 4 wide receivers on every single team.
I want AJ Green right now. Spend $13 million on AJ Green.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty good value,
yes.
right?
Even that though.
Yeah.
Even over Julio Jones.
I like AJ.
I like AJ
over
Green.
Julio.
Yes,
I do.
I do.
Yes.
Yep.
Man, I really like,
I like
that number.
that right there a lot.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen?
Keenan Allen's
87
been
years old?
awesome.
Here's the thing, though.
With Phillip Rivers as his quarterback?
Here's the thing, though, guys.
Anybody that's playing fantasy football that still hasn't had a draft yet, I think you have to take Keenan Allen.
I think we need one major target, right? And that to me is AJ Green.
Okay.
And how many we're putting 3 receivers in there?
That's not a bad pick either.
I think we go with 4 out of the gate.
Stephon Diggs.
We go with 4 out of the gate.
Is that with his new contract?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's to me that's a bargain.
I mean, Odell Beckham's actually dropped $3 million too this year.
All right, well then I'd grab him.
He's a bargain this year.
I would definitely grab him for a bargain.
All right. So
no doubt about that.
All right. How about Brandon Cooks at 5'4"? Is it one or the other?
He's in New
I think
Orleans,
it's one
right?
Or the other.
No, he's in Los Angeles. He's with Goff.
Los Angeles.
He's with our quarterback.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? You got 2.
I think it's going to be tough to get over $10 million. I mean, Antonio Brown's only 7.95, guys.
I take Antonio Brown also. Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, forget AJ Green. If I get Antonio Brown,
I still like AJ Green.
I like AJ Green a lot, but I can get
is
Antonio
AJ
Brown.
Green, AJ Green isn't worth $6 million more.
Listen, if I can get Antonio Brown, you think about this as if you're a GM of a team, I can get AJ Green or I can get Antonio Brown and Odell Beckham, both of those players for like $2 million more. I would take Odell Beckham Jr. and Antonio Brown, right?
Right.
So
let's see where that gets us, because eventually we're going to get ourselves into trouble here. Right?
well, our defense is going to stink, right? That's what you're saying, right?
All right, and then we'll throw on as our bench guys.
I tell you what, I still think I like Keenan Allen. I think Keenan Allen's numbers are going to be as good as either of those two guys this year.
Isn't Keenan Allen? How old's Keenan Allen?
He's not that old. He's just been hurt a bunch. But when he
been.
plays,
I'm thinking of the guy who
when
played
he
for Jackson.
plays, he's been awesome, and he has Phillip Rivers.
I'm thinking of the guy who played for Jacksonville.
Alan Hearns.
No. Back with Mark Brunell. What the heck
my
was that receiver's
goodness.
name?
Keenan
Keenan
McCardell.
Cardell.
All right.
Kevin, it's 2018.
He is not in this list.
It is no longer.
He is
It is no
undraftable.
longer 1999.
Well, Keenan, you saw the parallels there.
All right, so we need a really valued wide receiver.
Oh,
here.
I like Hogan.
Hogan at 3-2.
I like
Okay.
Chris Hogan.
Let's put him as one of our depth guys. What do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, comment for those on Facebook. Comments are welcome.
Yeah.
Like
sure
so
this
far
isn't
we got
going
a woohoo and a thumbs up, and we got if I were to make a comment, I'd say you guys need to get quicker on this stuff. But no, it's an interesting discussion. I mean, there's so many because all of these receivers are similar, right?
Are we thinking right? But are we thinking about the on the field stuff? Like, do we have our big receiver? Do we have our slot
yes,
guy?
we do. We have two big receivers. We have Odell Beckham Jr. and Antonio Brown.
Okay. So who's
They're both
And I
little
got
guys,
Hogan.
though.
I got Hogan in the slot.
Hogan's the slot.
We don't have a 6'3" receiver.
Do we need to go a little bigger? Maybe that red zone threat. What do you think?
What's
Maybe this guy.
That's what I'm thinking of. I think
Right.
with him healthy and Phillip
Yeah.
Rivers, that's a breakout guy this year.
What do you think? Mike Williams, number 4 right
Works
now.
for me.
All right. We'll be changing.
the
this,
only
don't
other
worry.
big guy I was thinking in the red zone is Benjamin,
Yep.
Kelvin Benjamin.
He costs a lot more though on his 5th year right now.
What's Gordon making in Cleveland?
It's an absolute steal right now. It's basically the minimum.
Which is kind of the only
Yeah.
only NFL rule that Josh Gordon hasn't violated yet to our knowledge.
$790,000.
We got to take him. You've got to take Josh Gordon for $790,000.
He's our 5th receiver.
I mean,
like
he
that.
is just huge.
Yeah, when he's there.
if
He's
everything-
also missed like
That's right.
25 of the last 40 games.
Listen, he's off the Mary Jane. All right.
Look at it.
Yeah,
Look at
you're sure about
16
that.
weeks of him and Landry is a recipe for success.
Should be, right?
Let's be honest.
Yes.
Yeah, or a recipe for internal implosion.
Very
for anyone
possible.
that's watching Hard Knocks,
Very possible.
you saw last night. You saw the signs of why, to me, Jarvis Landry, the Dolphins couldn't wait to get rid of him.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. 100 catches, 1,400 yards.
Yeah, well,
10
100 catches
touchdowns.
at 8 yards per catch, Mike.
Well, it was. You know what?
Come on.
Fascinating.
Well-
That's where the game's going, though. That's where the game's
to
going.
your
Not to me, it's not.
to your point, Paul. So this is where accuracy matters. If you had
right.
and when they got Jarvis Landry and Tyrod Taylor as a quarterback, I was like, really? I mean, you've got to be precise throwing the football to Jarvis Landry. He's not a big guy.
No,
right? He gets open, but
and he's a slot middle of the field guy.
Right.
I heard an amazing stat. He had 100 catches, Mike. He had less than 20 of them for 20 yards or more.
The comparisons between him and Brandon Cooks were that. It's that Brandon Cooks can blow it open.
Yeah.
And Landry was more of your every down.
I wish I
kind of
knew
guy.
the stat right off the bat because it
Yeah.
was amazing to me. He had 106 catches last year, and
So you think it's fluff? You
so
think it's
on
fluff
less
numbers.
than 20 of them were gains of 20 yards or more. It may have even been less than 15 of them. So we're talking about he's running 8, 12-yard catches on routes and never breaks tackles and never gets downfield.
well, the
so the 100 number is irrelevant to me.
Okay.
Because of course the game is going in
I mean,
that
it certainly
direction.
didn't translate to winning in Miami.
Well, that's part of it too. And I
Yeah.
think as you've seen his personality,
Yeah.
that's not the kind of guy that I want on my team.
That's right.
okay.
He's contagious.
We didn't draft him, Paul.
It's
We
contagious.
didn't draft him, Paul.
I know.
We drafted
We did
Josh
not
Gordon
sign him.
instead.
Yeah,
Well,
which has its own
I'm not
character.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, listen, we want choir boys. We're not going to win, right?
That's right.
What's Tyreek Hill's cap number?
It's phenomenal. It's
Phenomenal as in good?
It's less than Josh Gordon. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of value.
I take
down
that.
there.
I do that 99 out of 99
you
times.
need 4 hours to really assess, how this all sort of breaks down. But
Right.
Tyreek Hill is probably the best value in all
He's
of
the biggest
football.
game breaker in the NFL
That's
right now.
That's right.
So why don't we want him on our team?
And if you pump in Kareem Hunt on a similar cap figure,
Well,
you're talking about a 1-2 punch that
then
costs
why
you
do we
about
not have
1.5
Tyreek Hill on
million.
our team?
Okay. Who are we taking off? I like this. Are we taking off Hogan?
I
think
say take Hogan off.
I think that's what we have to do.
Oh, yeah. Tyreek Hill over Chris Hogan? Please.
All right, we just got considerably cheaper there.
Okay.
All right, let's try to move forward, and if
All
we
right,
got to
running back.
backtrack,
We going
we'll
to
do
running
it.
back?
Let's jump up to the running backs.
Don't we
here.
have to start with Ezekiel Elliott?
He costs a lot of money.
Does he?
Look at
Even under the rookie deal?
I'm gonna show you the two best values, and you tell me if you don't like that.
I like David Johnson.
Are we good on those
Kareem
two?
Hunt's a slam dunk.
Yes. Yeah.
What's Zeke's?
And actually,
what's
guys,
Zeke's cap number?
Actually, guys, we could do this
Ugh.
for a lot less money, but I think that him and Hunt are too similar, and I think you need
Yes.
the ground and pound
yes,
of David Johnson.
David
a little
Johnson.
bit.
What's Zeke Elliott's cap number?
It's going to be a little bit higher. I got to do some scrambling here.
I mean,
Let's
Zeke
put him
Elliott is
here.
almost a lock for 1,400 yards. this year,
6.8
isn't he?
already.
Yeah.
All right.
No
okay.
thanks.
I got you.
And that's the trouble you're going to have with the Saquon Barkley over the next 4 years. Those cap numbers aren't cheap. I mean,
Yeah,
they're not.
because of
They're
the
not
high draft
Le'Veon
picks.
Bell, but they're not cheap. Yeah,
Because of the high draft picks.
I got to tell you, for those listening on the podcast, this tool is awesome.
yeah, it's
I
fun.
mean, it's
It's a lot of fun.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're at 111 million in cap space still. We've got our offensive line. We've
And our
got
receivers.
receivers. We've got
And our
running
quarterback.
backs.
We're feeling
quarterbacks.
good, but I feel like it could get ugly fast here.
We didn't. We need tight end.
Okay.
We need a couple more running backs too. What do the teams generally keep? About 4?
Three.
Three?
Three
Three?
halfbacks and a fullback usually.
All right,
you know.
let's pick another running back.
Okay.
Are we picking Kamara? What are we thinking?
Yes.
Do
yes.
we want a
yes,
different
he's cheap.
style? I know you're
No.
you're focused on
Kamara.
that.
Pick Kamara.
Pick Kamara?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's value. Go for it.
All right.
Not Prince Amu Kamara,
not gonna-
Alvin Kamara.
All right. That didn't do too much damage there. So 3 running backs. We've got
All right.
5 wide receivers.
Can we afford a big time tight end? Can we afford Gronk?
Well, I think the drop off is pretty big, don't you? After Kelsey and Gronk, don't you think? I like Zach Ertz.
I like
Yeah,
Zach Ertz.
I like the prospects of Evan Engram this year.
What
with
is?
the Giants.
I think you need one stud.
One stud and one value?
I'd spend $10 million.
There's your top 5 right there, guys, cap wise.
You know,
top
problem
6.
problem with all of those guys.
Yeah, it's injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But go with Gronk.
He's the best value out of those 5, I think.
Who's that?
Olsen.
Olsen, but he's up there.
Right.
Yeah.
Is he 30 plus?
I would
now?
go with Gronk. If you think we can fit it under the cap, let's go let's get the best
Let's
guy.
try. Let's try to start with that.
Right.
And then what's Ertz costing us this year? 4.9? That seems is that too high? You think we're
It might be a
think we're
little
dead?
too high. It might be.
What does Eifert make with the Bengals?
Yeah, that's
Oh, nothing. Oh, it's actually a little more.
Wow.
That's right. They signed him on a fully guaranteed 1-year deal because of the injuries. Could be great value fantasy.
I feel like we need a really value up and coming young.
What's the guy with Cleveland there?
And
Njoku?
Yes.
Well,
Really?
pretty
$2
good.
million.
Yeah, first round pick.
All right, I'm
All
okay
right.
with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
All right, we'll start there. If we've got some money to spend, maybe we come back on that though. All right, it's time to get into the trenches. I think. What do you think?
I like the Cleveland Browns defensive line.
Is that where we're going?
The entire defensive line.
Ooh,
All right,
sure.
I'm gonna give you
Yes,
some,
I do.
Let's give us some pro football
Well,
focus.
I love the defensive end.
well,
I think he's going to have an
Myles
awesome
Garrett's
year.
awesome.
Yeah, he's going to have an awesome year. I mean, he's looked great in preseason.
Pro Football Focus has them ranked 28th,
Really?
and I was shocked.
Come on.
I was
you know
shocked.
what? Bengals, after seeing them
The Bengals are
destroy
pretty good,
the,
too.
I mean, and they've got studs. They've got 2 stud outside guys and a stud inside guy.
The Bengals aren't going to be a ton of value. They're 12th most right now. But that's actually going to change a little because of
the
Carlos
new
Dunlap.
contracts, yep.
I do have Geno Atkins included here, but the new Dunlap numbers aren't in yet. So it's going to move up a little bit.
Who are the top
They're going to
5?
be over 30 million on that.
Who are the
D-line.
top 5?
In terms of pay or in terms of
Performance.
analytics? In terms of projected analytics, we are looking at the Eagles again.
Yeah.
The Jaguars, the Chargers, the Rams, and the Texans.
Boy, the Chargers, I think, with Bosa and Ingram, I think you may be getting
6th
value
most money,
there.
though. 6th most money.
6th most.
Those guys cost money.
They're less, but they're still less than the Eagles, right?
The Eagles are 4th. The Jacksonville's way ahead is number 1. I mean, Jacksonville's almost got
because
40
of
million.
Calais Campbell's big deal and
Darius.
stuff.
I mean, they've got some money.
Darius, yeah. All right, who's the next 5?
In terms of the top 10
performance,
we're talking the Redskins, which that surprised me.
Yeah.
The Broncos, the Cowboys, the Vikings, and the Bengals are 10th right now.
How about the Vikings? How about the Vikings
are
with
the fifth highest.
Everson Griffin and
if you believe that the Texans are good,
with I can get Watt and Clowney and they're not a top 5 cost?
essentially, I mean, because Clowney's on his 5th year, and Watt's numbers have dropped a little cap-wise.
I can get Merciless is a linebacker, right?
Yeah, that doesn't.
But I can get Watt and Clowney,
Yeah.
and I think if I can get Watt and Clowney, and I'm not in the top 5, I think that's a no-brainer right there.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking $23 million. I think that's something we can handle, right?
Yeah, we're not even at $100 million.
I like the Falcons, but there's some speculation there. I like the Steelers, but they seem a little young.
You know, again, let's be honest. There's 2 guys on there whose names we can rattle off immediately.
Yeah.
Which probably we can't do on every defensive line. I like the Vikings a lot, so I think the Vikings or the Texans. What's the difference in cost?
It's like $13 million
For the Vikings.
Yeah.
Then go Texans.
I mean, they've been pumping money into that defense all offseason.
Go Texans.
You know,
to me.
All right. Well, so is it better if we pick
individuals?
Yeah, individuals.
I don't know. Let's keep it this way, and then maybe we'll go individual as we get back into the defense a little bit.
What does Myles Garrett make?
Myles Garrett is.
Well, he's a number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, it's going to be up there. Let's do some quick research here.
By the way, on Facebook, welcome back. We just had to adjust our network connection there a little bit. So
Myles Garrett comes in at about $7 million this year, so it's up there.
Up there?
That's up there
for a premier defensive end.
Yeah,
is he premier yet?
He's not yet. No, I disagree with you, Kevin.
I like the long
term.
term.
He's not J.J. Watt or Jadeveon Clowney.
Right.
I think he's going to have an excellent year.
I don't disagree
because
with
I've watched their because I'm watching Hard Knocks. I've watched their preseason games, like not just the highlights they put on HBO, but I watched the preseason. Man,
yeah, but he hasn't done it yet.
Play.
So let's do it with guys who've done it, who we know
Paul,
are going to do it.
Paul, you're it's just about picking who's going to be good, not who's been good.
No, it's not always about that. Not when we still have cap room.
I'm putting together a team. I want to put together a team that I think is going to be good, right? I mean, if I was
you
picking
don't
the
think
best,
J.J. Watt and Jadeveon Clowney get you there?
That's a pretty good team.
That is a pretty good team.
Thank you very much.
I mean, 20th highest pay in the league for that. I mean, you're doing something right?
Yeah. I mean, you know. All right.
Put them in, Mike.
Now,
put it on the board.
That puts us into a 3-4. Are we good on that? Are we all in agreement on a 3-4?
Our linebackers are going to be likely less cost than an extra defensive lineman, right?
I think that's
do it.
I think that's why a lot of people do it. Yeah.
Do it.
All right. Fine. I like the 4-3 better, but frankly, I think the 4-3 wins. It does. It wins championships. Who's the last 3-4 team to win a championship?
The Patriots are as much a 3-4 team as they are a 4-3 team.
They do a little flexing, but yeah, you're right. You're right.
Don't let the facts get in the way of my good story when it comes to that. Okay. So we're going with the Houston Texans defensive line. Watt at $15 million. Coming off of injury, right? A major injury.
Mm-hmm.
And
but he's done that before. If there's one guy that you don't doubt will do everything he needs to do to make himself the same player again, it's J.J. Watt.
Okay.
All right, let's hit up our inside linebackers, guys.
Wait, did we not get Clowney in there?
Clowney's actually the OLB out there, guys. Does that make a difference?
Well, yeah.
So we'd have to throw him here at 12.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah, no.
Are we okay?
What's Khalil Mack at? I don't care if he's holding out. For our purposes, he's in.
He's not active, Kevin.
He's 13. Yeah, and he's 13 million, right? Isn't he 12.8?
He's a little over that. Yep.
All right, forget him. Then.
He's literally not active though. Yeah. I can't put him in here.
Okay.
Our algorithm will not let me do it.
Which is stupid right now. No, it is.
Blame my developer.
No, not that you can't put him in.
13.8. That's too much.
No, that's too much.
Yeah. That's too much.
I'm saying it's not stupid that you can't put him in. It's stupid that he's not signed or not. That he's holding out.
But not to drift off on the topic. Mike and I were discussing this before we started this. Yeah. I had a jolt. I had a combination jolt and darn, Janetti's right when there was some chatter earlier in the week about part of the issue with trading for Clowney is that he's quote unquote borderline old. At 27 years, or I'm sorry, Mack, is that he's 27 years old. And some NFL teams are like, wait a minute, we don't want to invest in a 27-year-old guy. I think some NFL teams will go, he's still got 5 awesome years left, so who cares? But there is that dynamic because he played 5 years in college. He didn't come out early. It jolted me to hear, oh my God, that's a negative against Khalil Mack that he's 27. But to Mike's point and to things that we've discussed on the podcast before, we're moving towards a world where teams will draft a player, keep him 5 years, pay him under market value, and move him out.
All right, 30-second tangent. Where's he going?
Jets.
Okay.
Green Bay.
Okay.
The Jets have no pass rush
nobody thinks
and a
he's coming
ton
here?
of salary cap
Is it
money.
Buffalo, the hometown?
No, and here's the other interesting thing that I read this week. A couple of NFL people said, wait a minute, next year is an awesome defensive line pass rush year in the draft.
Yep.
With Ed Oliver, with Bosa, with the Clemson guys. So if you're a top 10 team in the draft next year, would you rather trade for Mack and pay him a ton of money at 27 years old or draft Nick Bosa on a cost-controlled contract coming out of Ohio State?
But somebody's going to do it.
Somebody's going to do
pay
it. Yes.
So,
But for the
right?
Bills, you mentioned
No.
the Bills. I think that's how the Bills will look at all this.
They're not close enough.
Correct. I think
Somebody who's close.
Is it Cleveland? Do you put him with Miles Garrett?
if they didn't draft
They've got the money
Brady,
still.
That would
Chubb, if they didn't draft Chubb,
That's right.
then I don't think they trade for Mack.
Okay.
Okay. They needed a quarterback.
No, that was the Broncos.
And
that was the Broncos.
They needed
The
a
Broncos, thank you.
defensive
Well,
back.
They went Ward. They
but
went
there
Denzel
was
Ward.
there was talk
Right.
of the Browns doing it too when they
Yeah.
took Ward,
But they didn't.
and people thought they were going to draft Chubb
So,
and team him up with Garrett.
I think that's a heck of a bookend.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
'Cause you're
just
not paying-
saying.
you're not
I'm
paying
just
Garrett
saying.
for 2 more
Clearly,
years.
they decided either their need at corner was more important, or they didn't.
But they
feel,
drafted it. Now-
or
but
they
now you can get the
didn't
other
feel
thing.
like they needed to have the bookends because
They still have
had a
50
guy
million
that
in
they
cap
like.
space. They could front load this deal, give him a ton of money over the next 2 years, and go and try to win this thing.
To me, this is smacks of a Jets move. You have cap
Si-
room.
similar,
You
yeah.
need a headliner.
Similar.
You have no pass rush.
None.
You need a potential star.
They've got a good secondary. They've got good linebackers now. That's definitely a need for them.
From a football perspective of making a good team great,
Yes.
Green Bay makes more sense.
does.
But it doesn't. That doesn't smack me as a Green Bay
and I don't think you're
move.
getting a Mack and a Rodgers deal done within an 18-month span.
Yeah.
All right. So we're
And
not,
remember, the Jets aren't going to pay a quarterback for the next 5 years.
right. But so we're not taking Khalil Mack.
back on course.
we are not taking Khalil Mack as one of our outside
Hey,
linebackers.
I think Khalil Mack, this whole Khalil Mack thing in Mike's world is one of the most intriguing things
Yeah,
that he has
it's great.
ever come across.
Listen, he
a
belongs-
prime player who is trying to make a point about his value for a team that doesn't think he has value. I mean, this is amazing to me.
Well, let me tell you this. If we keep going on this podcast is going to be 8 hours long.
Okay, sorry.
Let me say one.
But I want to say
parting
some
shot.
of the Browns. He fits great. Mack truck's
He
got the
does.
bulldog on the
Nice.
front of the truck, so
Nice.
they got the dog there. I mean, come on, Khalil Mack and the dog pound. Get out of here.
I
Be
will
awesome.
say this one parting shot on Paul's point there. This needed to happen. I didn't think
with a defensive player.
Yeah, I didn't think Aaron Donald would do it. He didn't do it last year. He proved he didn't. Le'Veon Bell didn't do it. Odell Beckham Jr. didn't even come close to doing it, and he probably could have done it. Right? That's a guy who could have done it. I like that Mack's doing it because somebody's got to stand up and say, I'm only 26 years old. You know what I mean? At some point, somebody's got to break the barrier for these veterans because he's a veteran now. I mean, he's on a 5th-year option, but that's a veteran. So he's essentially going against the CBA, and he's on an island himself right now because, like I said, everybody else is sort of caving. And, this could be lengthy. Games, not one game, not 2 games. I think maybe games. A long way through the season before something breaks. I'd like to see him get traded.
I gotta think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, so where are we at now? We got linebackers.
Let's
to
go.
pick? We got
Let's go inside linebackers.
Okay.
Inside linebackers.
Pro Football Focus says
Plenty. There's plenty here.
and they should all be relatively not crazy paid.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them kind of re-upped. It's kind of an easy position to pay because it's not a huge chunk of cash. So, I mean, you've got your older guys that you could talk about. You could talk about you've got Eric Kendricks, who's a little younger. He's on a decent cap this year because of that new deal in Minnesota. I love that Minnesota defense, and as I know you do too, Paul. Preston Brown looked pretty darn good in Cincinnati on $5 million. And look, Zach Brown's under $3 million with the Redskins. He's older, but man, he's 110 tackles all year long. Those are sort of your value guys, in my opinion.
Those last two guys to me are stat guys and nothing else because they've already moved from one team to another.
So let me give you the best value. The best value is Deion Jones in Atlanta. It's not even close.
I like him.
$1.3 million. He's top 5, already
on
a top 5
really good
inside
defense
linebacker.
done.
Yeah. So to me, that's your best value. So do we want to swing a little higher? Maybe with a more veteran player? Do we want to go young again with like a Tremaine Edmonds?
I just saw Bobby Wagner come up. I mean, he's pretty pricey though, right?
13.6.
Yeah, too much.
I mean, he's a quarterback.
Too much.
I like Jordan Hicks in Philly on $2 million. I like Tremaine Edmonds.
Jordan Hicks coming off an
2-3.
injury though.
Coming off the injury. I like Vince Williams in Pittsburgh. He's the sort of the quarterback of that offense. Darren Lee for the Jets. If you like where that's headed. Boy, I'm getting a lot of blank stares here.
It's one of those positions where it's hard for any of us to say.
Yeah,
I like
which
Preston
guy,
Brown. I like at $5 million.
Yeah,
we're spending
with
the
a
money.
really good D line in front of him to
Right.
protect him.
Yeah, we're spending money on Jadeveon Clowney on the outside. I like Preston Brown on the inside.
Let's put it there. We might have to change, but let's put it there. All right. Are we keeping one more? What do you think? One more inside linebacker? Depth?
I guess we could, but let's make it a young guy. Let's make it a rookie.
Reggie Ragland, under $1 million.
I can't say that I know all that much about Kansas City, but we know he was a high draft pick.
How about Blake Martinez in Green Bay?
He led the NFL in tackles last year.
Yeah.
Done.
Go for it.
725.
There you go.
Yeah, I like where that's headed. All right, one more outside starting linebacker, guys.
All right,
it's
so
got to be dirt cheap because
we don't need a pass rusher per se.
That's
We've
right.
got them.
That's right.
So we need more of a coverage guy and a utility all around guy. So throw some names at us.
Let's bring up the value chart here because we got to stay well under $5 million, I would think, don't you?
Mm-hmm. I don't think we want to spend any more than that on that spot. We're already spending it.
Yeah, we're doing a 53-man roster. We got $61 million left.
We've only drafted 24 players.
Oh, my gosh.
Like I said, this could get ugly, guys.
Wow.
I like Bud Dupree.
Okay.
Pittsburgh?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Bud's for you.
How about TJ Watt in Pittsburgh? Do we stick with the Watt team?
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, let's stick with the Watt team. It's all about family here. All right, let's move on here. We needed a backup defensive tackle. Dirt cheap.
Dirt cheap.
Cheap defensive
How about the Cincinnati, the guy next to Atkins, Billings? Still on a rookie deal?
Yeah? You like where that's headed?
I wish I could tell you that I'm an expert on defensive tackles, but
You didn't do your homework for this, Paul?
not on that position I
We're
didn't.
taking Andrew Billings. We're all in on Cincinnati this year.
All right.
All right. They did look good.
I was going to say, I think we're clouded by the fact that we just watched them run over the Bills this weekend.
Let's go to
Corner.
the secondary.
We need a shutdown corner, don't we?
We need one of each, right? One of each.
I like the battery just died in the light, Paul. Don't worry. Power's not going out.
There.
I like Trey White, Buffalo.
Yeah, value.
That's tough. That's
All
tough
right.
Value
not to.
pick, right?
Although he's not going to be super cheap, is he?
No. He shouldn't. No, he's a first-round pick. Yeah, it's
All right,
2.2.
that's all right.
That's
okay.
pretty good.
I like it.
Do we want? Is he our number one corner, or do we want to bring a number one corner in?
Well, you tell me. Is he a shutdown guy?
I think he's on his way to that.
Yeah.
I don't think he's there yet.
So do we need to pay a little more then?
Bring up a list there.
Sure.
Well, he's a well, we don't want. I don't want to overpay for like Richard Sherman,
No.
but
Sherman's actually pretty cheap, guys.
where is he?
Yeah, Sherman's going to be pretty
That's right. He did his
reasonable.
own deal.
Honestly, if you want the best guy in the league, it would be Patrick Peterson.
How about Jalen Ramsey? He's been shooting his mouth off. He better play well this year.
Yeah.
I like Jalen Ramsey.
All right, do it.
Yeah, we're not going to go with the Rook?
No.
No?
No.
No, you don't have faith
Not
in him
yet.
yet?
No.
No.
There's a lot of talent here, guys.
Yeah, I know.
I think
And that's why we picked Tre'Davious
I
White and
do
Jalen
think-
Ramsey. We're spending less than $10 million combined, aren't we?
I like him too.
Marcus Peters at
Yeah,
1.7.
I like him too.
He's a good player.
Yeah, it's worth a look there, right?
Yeah.
Well, we got to pick three. We need a nickel
nickel
corner.
guy too,
So
right.
why can't Peters be our nickel corner?
So we go in Peters.
Going Peters.
Peters, White, and Ramsey.
And Ramsey.
Or do you want Sherman?
Roll us up there just for the heck of it.
You want to see the big boys?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Well, I mean, to my mind, Patrick Peterson's the best corner in the NFL.
Okay.
He's pretty good too. None of these guys jump out at me. A lot of overpaid veteran guys on the back end.
Yeah.
So I like it. I like Ramsey and Marcus Peters at that money is a deal.
Let's lock it in. Jalen Ramsey. We are not going to be quiet, people, with Josh Gordon and Jalen Ramsey. But you know what? We got J.J. Watt to sort of
as long as this
calm
never
the storms.
exists in person and only exists on Spotrac, I'm okay with that.
All right. Okay. Let's move on to the safeties.
Safeties.
What do we know about safeties?
Well, again, it's a hard position in the NFL to really assess these days.
Here are your starting free safeties. And there is a wide range of money here.
Yeah,
I like the
a lot of people like that.
Yeah, Jordan Poyer I like a lot. This kid, even if you can get beyond what happened to him in the playoff game, he's a heck of a player. Boy, it's scary. We follow a lot of NFL, and there's a lot of names on there that I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It changes quickly.
They really are.
You should follow the site more. We update it every day, Paul.
I know.
Notice I'm not chiming in here.
All right. I think he stands out.
Yeah, I mean, Clinton Dix is a really good player. Not a lot more money on it. Tyrann Mathieu, I'm not sold on.
I like Bethea. He's a good player.
Yeah?
I like Bethea.
Your call, Kevin. You're calling this, and then we're switching to strong safeties.
Poyer's good too, though. If you want to look at value, Jordan Poyer, and there's some Buffalo bias here, but I think he's a really good player.
That's all right.
And
that's all right. Let's stick with it and head over to the strong guys.
Strong safety, and this is where boy,
I like Jamal Adams, but it's a little pricey.
Micah Hyde is the number one player in cap dollars at strong safety this year.
No, this does not appear to be updated. One moment, please.
I was like, that cannot be. I mean, Micah Hyde had a nice season last year, but no, thank you. That's my computer restarting. I'm having all sorts of technical issues today as we record this. On the Spotrac.com podcast. Okay, that seems better because Eric Berry's up there.
Here. Yeah, these are your highest paid guys here.
Yeah, and man, if you have a great strong safety,
yeah, we got to live down here, I think, guys.
Patrick Chung.
Mm-hmm.
Malik Hooker's a really good young player.
Yeah, I think that's probably a decent pick.
Landon Collins is actually an excellent player.
Do we think he's going to actually break out this year or what?
Yeah, well, didn't he get hurt last year? Didn't he break out 2 years ago and then got hurt?
Well, oh, no, I'm thinking of Eli Apple, who had all the issues.
Yeah, Landon Collins, I think, was on the borderline. And remember, this guy was a Pro Bowler last year. I think he led the league in interceptions. Bayard.
Yeah. We like Tennessee.
Let's go Bayard.
I told you we're not picking any more Titans.
I'm a buyer on Bayard.
I'm going Landon Collins.
Go Landon Collins. Yeah, no, I'm good with that.
All right. I was just about to say pick the Game of Thrones, Daenerys Cersei.
Cersei, yeah.
Cersei, Game of Thrones.
We're not going kicker punter?
Mm-hmm. Do you watch Game of Thrones,
Let's go kicker
Paul?
punter. I do not. I am maybe the only person in the world that doesn't watch it.
Guys, we're only 22 picks away. We can do this.
All right, let's do kicker punter.
And how much money we have? $42 million.
Yeah, we're doing good.
We'll be fine.
We're in trouble?
I think Carson Wentz is falling off, or Jared Goff's going to fall off this roster soon here, guys. We're going to need a dirt cheap backup quarterback.
Wow.
Yeah. Punters. There's your highest paid right there.
Why do I want to spend? I'm not spending a lot of money on my punter.
How about the rookie kid from who's been killing it in Seattle, Dixon, the Aussie?
Done. Any complaints?
No.
All right, kicker.
Are we doing the same with kickers? Let's go down the list.
Justin
here.
Tucker's got to be the highest paid guy, right?
No, not anymore.
No?
No. There's cap-wise, there's been a lot of adjustments this year.
The Greg the Leg there, Zerline, that's a little pricey, but,
I think we can't go that high, guys. Right? I mean, we got to live down here.
Nugent.
Really?
I think I like this one.
Butker.
I think I like
How
that
could
one,
you
guys.
not? How could we not want a guy named Butker on our
that
team?
one. That's a good team.
I can think of a lot of
It's
reasons
good
why,
team.
but yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, here's the pick of the day here.
Oh my! So, who is the highest paid long snapper in the NFL?
Right there.
At 1.4?
In terms of cap-wise, it's Andrew DePaulo.
That's amazing.
The Raiders know what they're doing.
I just pick anybody. It's
Stop
it. It's a long snapper.
Long snappers
Zach
are people
Diossi,
too.
I used to like to watch his father play.
Did you? That's a good enough reason to take
Steve
somebody.
DiBiase from the
Steve
Giants.
DiBiase, yeah.
Guys, I'm only 38. I don't have this kind of
Steve DiBiase, boy.
can't
He
pull
was
this out of my
like
bank.
the Iron Mike Sharp of the NFL, right? Didn't he have that big
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yes.
He had that- you don't remember
Steve DiBiase.
Oh my god.
Sure, I've got his
Boston
football card somewhere,
College
but
and the Giants.
He was a
Yep.
linebacker for the Giants, special teamer.
the name does ring a bell.
Yeah. Yes.
It was after the LT days, right?
Yes.
No.
little after.
No.
Yeah, well, because
tail end.
he was on the Super Bowl 25 team, I
Yeah.
believe, that the Giants team that won.
Yeah, so he was with LT.
Really?
Yes.
I thought that crossed over. All right.
Well, he was young when LT was
Yeah.
old. LT was awesome. I mean,
LT was amazing.
what an amazing player.
It doesn't take much to
Is he the best defensive player ever?
Yes.
Has to be.
Yes.
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 Lawrence Taylor, yes.
I can't-
Growing up as a
I can't-
Giants
mean-
fan and watching his whole career,
He dominated
He took
games.
games over.
Yeah, how do you argue it?
He took and when the team was bad, he would take games over.
He was ready for this style of football.
He created
20
the
years
chop.
early.
He created this the
You know?
the sack force fumble recovery
Yeah.
a stat essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Reggie White kind of refined a lot of those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was.
No, I take LT.
I don't think anybody's
Oh,
arguing.
I
time.
remember I remember there was a Thanksgiving game the Giants played in the 80s in Detroit. They were awful. They were terrible. They were losing to a bad Detroit team. And literally Lawrence Taylor intercepted a sideline out pass, brought it back 90 yards for a touchdown for like the win and a 13-10 win. And it was just like, you're like, oh my God. He said, we are not losing today. I am going to make sure we don't lose today.
I'll tell you what. I might put both LTs on my all-time team.
Tomlinson,
Yeah, I mean, right?
I'm
I
with
mean,
you on that.
Kind of similar. Sort of changed the running back style. a
All
little
right,
bit.
where are we going now?
No way.
No?
Like, as a backup, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not the best all time. But he's in
No,
that
but
conversation.
versatility-wise?
Yeah, heck yeah. All right,
Really?
We need some.
Wow. Okay.
That's for another episode, huh?
Wow. I take our
NFL
guy.
record
I
holder in touchdowns?
I take our guy in Buffalo.
McCoy over Tomlinson.
No, Thurman. I
Well,
take
what-
our Buffalo's Hall of Famer,
Well, I
Thurman
mean,
Thomas over LT.
OJ came before Thurman.
I'd still take Thurman over OJ
Wow.
because Thurman was a better receiver.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You want to talk about a guy who changed the way the position was played? It
Yeah.
was Thurman Thomas.
There's no question.
Roger Craig and Thurman Thomas were the guys who received.
No question.
Okay.
LT was pretty flexible too, but let's not dwell on that.
Well, how the hell did we turn into all-time greats here? We're trying to because you know why we're looking to our bench, and listen, this is where we just pick some guys.
We
all
need,
right,
we need a
Guys.
third
We
safety.
need guys.
We need a third safety.
Jimmy's
right,
and
guys?
Joe's.
We need a third safety.
just pick a guy.
You gotta live down here.
Third safety.
Yeah. I love the name Tedrick Thompson.
Done. He's starting in
Wait a
Seattle.
second,
He's
though.
the replacement for Cam Chancellor.
Fine, Paul.
Come on.
go ahead.
Make an argument against Tedrick Thompson.
I'm not
Do it.
making an
Do
argument
it.
against him. I'm not making an argument for him either. I got a team that's never going to get hurt.
Oh man.
I'm kidding,
All right.
obviously.
Where are we living here? Backup offensive line guys? What's
There are no good backup offensive line guys. That's pretty
Yeah.
clear if you watch the NFL right now.
Do you keep an entire second squad?
Sure.
Do you?
Yeah.
I mean,
What
do
do you
teams
mean?
do that? Do you
No,
keep
they keep
10
no.
linemen?
Well,
No, they'll
the
keep
3 or 4.
eight.
By
They always
eight,
keep
yeah.
8.
So about
They keep-
3
They
swing
have
guys?
a swing tackle.
Yeah.
Right.
They have a guy who can play guard
Center
and
and
center,
guard, right.
and then one more guy.
that's right.
All right, let's
So
go,
let's-
let's
and
then
go
you keep
find
your other
that guy.
And you keep your other guys in your practice squad.
Well, let's go rookies then. Let's go really younger players here.
Let's
so
look at our offensive tackles.
Let me tell you something, man. You're swimming in the depths here.
This is how you do it. This
Yeah,
is how you
no,
build
I
the best
understand.
team.
go up because
Deion Dawkins.
Yeah?
yeah
Good
young
enough?
Yes.
starter left tackle
I mean, they
starter.
certainly
Yes.
missed him last week, that's for sure.
Deion Dawkins.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Young up and coming player, sure.
All right, we're going to slot him right there. Maybe?
DEON.
No?
The second spelling.
DION.
It's DION. Wow.
Is he not available? Let's put him on the bench for now.
All right.
Let's put him on the bench.
There he is.
I see it.
All right.
Okay. He made the roster.
Awesome.
So 2 tackles? Are we going to guard now? What do you think?
No, I think we need a guard and a center.
All right, we're going to swing
Well,
it all
you need
around
a
then.
guy who can play both.
I know, but I think you need essentially who's your backup guard, who's your backup center, and then both guys should be able to play both.
All right, backup money with starting promise. What do you think, guys?
Will Hernandez was a
Yeah.
pretty high draft pick for the Giants, supposed to be a real good mauler.
It's funny you go down here and you got the Bills starting line.
When you're only spending $9 million
Get
on 5
ready
guys.
to pay for.
Hey, how do you not pick a guy
Connor
Fluker?
Williams is the guy that the Cowboys drafted high. He's supposed to start
How do you not pick a guy named Fluker?
because he's been kind of a flopper.
DJ Fluker.
He's been a flopper in his career.
No,
That's
I'm
why.
with you.
I like the Cowboys.
I like the Cowboy guy. Yeah,
I do too.
Go for it. This is fascinating to do, by the way.
It's hard to do too.
Sorry,
no,
Broncos.
Connor Williams.
You know what the amazing thing is? So if you picture NFL teams doing this, right? Going around picking their team and figuring their cap, and then they're having the same conversations about guys.
They're
right?
doing this all year long.
Yeah, they do it all year
All
long.
year
But
long.
like, all right, we need to tackle that guy.
Well,
Hey,
and
we
they're
need
going to
that guy
do this.
like
They're going to
so-
do this weekend because all those cuts are going to come
Right.
up, and these big lists of guys are going to come and go. Is
Available?
Amini Silatolu better than Dan Feeney that we already have?
Oh,
And
clearly,
that's-
there's no debate about that, Paul.
so that's what's going to go
Why
on.
are we even wasting time?
I mean, seriously, yeah. I mean, yeah.
All right, we need a center then, huh?
We didn't.
Yeah.
I noticed we didn't take the doctor there. We didn't.
No.
We didn't try to take Laurent Duvernay-Tardif.
No, we didn't.
No.
I didn't even want to say it. So
Actually,
I'm glad you did.
you know what? He's not a bad player.
He's a really good player.
All right, so why didn't we take him?
Because he's
Cost-
$5 million.
It costs a lot of money.
Yeah, we
$5
might
million
have
bucks.
to.
Well, he'd be a
Are
starter.
we at
He's
guard?
not
Is
a-
this our guard? Is our guards
These
or
are
center?
centers. I'll tell you what, they're
Centers.
pretty
Corey
well paid.
Linsley's the starter for Aaron Rodgers in
Yeah, but
Green
that's a
Bay,
lot of money.
But he's
Yeah.
pricey, right?
Yeah, we gotta-
Elfline's pretty good, but he's banged up.
We do not want Bodine.
No. Billy Price was a first-round pick of the Bengals. He's going to start. David Andrews is he still with the Patriots?
Paul, your center knowledge is
That's incredible.
embarrassingly
Yes.
good.
I watch a lot of college football, and I'm a draft nerd.
I'm not even going to try to make a pick here.
What
This
about
is all
Morse
you.
code? Let's go Morse code. Mitch Morse.
Mitch Morse.
Right.
Yeah.
I watch a
And he
lot
can
of.
play guard.
I'm a draft nick.
Wow.
I pay attention to this stuff.
He's got good. I played center in high school. It's an awesome position. You got to pay your centers well.
All right.
You really do. If you got a bad center, you're gonna
Just
you're gonna have a
the
bad
overall
line.
the overriding situation in the NFL at the offensive line is a disaster. Maybe most teams have 3 really good starting caliber linemen.
Yep.
And that's why people watch these second string preseason games and the lines are awful because there are not 32 times 5 good enough starting linemen in the NFL.
No.
there
Piece it
just
together.
aren't.
Well, it's such a hard position to play.
Yeah.
Well, and
I
the
mean-
college game is much different on the offensive line
Yeah.
than the pro game is now, so you're not even getting preparation.
You've got to be experienced in the NFL to be good, and by that time, you're usually injured and
Right.
declining.
right. Right.
Well, also you come in. Let's face it. You can lift as much weight as you want. You're coming in at 22 years
It's
old.
all about
You're-
footwork.
Well, it's not only that, Paul, but you're facing guys like, and I've talked to conversations with pro athletes about man strength, right? Like a 22-year-old guy against a 28-year-old guy, they can be the same height, weight. They can push all the way in the locker room, but there's something called man strength and the
Good
maturity.
podcast name.
Man strength.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm launching it next week.
As much as we talk about the lack of 32 caliber starting quarterbacks in the NFL, I think the lack of 5 times 32 caliber starting linemen in the NFL is a bigger problem
Than
for the
QBs?
game than QBs is.
Sure.
I think here in Buffalo, that's going to be very evident soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, what positions do we need still?
We need a third tight end.
Third tight end.
Really?
We need a third tight end.
Go down.
Yeah, way
Keep
down,
going.
right? Way on down.
Keep going. Boy, you know who I
I like
like
this guy right here, guys.
Yeah. San Francisco's going to catch a lot of passes in San
And I
Francisco, isn't he?
And I love the name, and I love the player.
Jake
too.
Butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the quarterback situation.
No?
What?
You know
That's
what?
right. You got Case Keenum. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You're right.
It's all right.
But we have different. They're getting.
But they got better. Sorry.
Well, we got different guys throwing the football. This is a hypothetical team here.
Do you like Case Keenum or Jimmy Garoppolo?
I like
'Cause that's
Jimmy
what we're looking at
Garoppolo,
here.
and I like the fact that their receivers aren't as strong as Denver's are, which means the tight end's going to become a better target.
What else do we need?
A lot.
What do
A
you mean
lot.
we need a lot?
We got to fill in a lot of blanks here, guys. A lot
All right.
of D-line depth.
We need another receiver, don't we? Do we
linebackers.
get 4 receivers?
We have 5 receivers,
Okay.
but probably one more, right? I
We
think
got 2
teams generally
we got
keep-
2 we got 2 or 3
Keep
running
5
backs.
or 6
Yeah,
usually.
Yeah.
Do we have 2 or 3 running backs?
We have.
We have 3 running backs.
That's
need one
usually
more.
Pretty good.
Want to keep 4?
Yeah, we need one more. We need
How about a fullback?
We need a fullback
We need a
that
fullback.
can play special teams and that can go in there and block.
Yeah, we need a fullback.
Let's look at our fullback list.
Unless you want to make that as as an extra tight end.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I want a fullback, Paul. because my line, if I get back, I get
you
into Morse
want
code. I got
Mark
some
Van Egan. You want Norm Bulach? Is that who you want?
Some of these names are phenomenal, by the way.
Yes.
I only
Better
wanna,
than Norm
I only want
Bulach?
to draft a fullback because of his name. That's the rule right now.
Okay.
I can't
I'm
even
with ya.
believe there's that
Anthony
many
Ferkster.
fullbacks in the league.
Flowers for Algernon Brown.
What?
Go back there.
How about we? How about
Algernon Brown.
No, how about we go with
come
another
on.
Watt? We got to go with the
amazing.
other Watt brother.
It's amazing. Oh, we do. We absolutely do.
We got to go the other Watt brother.
Man, he costs kind of a lot of money, though. All right.
How much we paying for him?
It's to keep
$660,000.
JJ and TJ happy.
Great.
Can he long snap, too? Do we know that?
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe we can say
He can punt in a pinch.
creative GMing right there.
All right.
All right.
So we're at $35 million. We're in great shape
know
here.
we
13
are.
players, though.
13 players at
Yeah,
$35
but we're not
million?
going to spend any money on any
Oh
of
my
those
god!
13
And you want to
players.
get rid of Wentz at quarterback? You're kidding yourself. All right, so we need another defensive lineman. How many defensive linemen do we have?
Yeah, we've just got our starters.
All right,
So we got to
need,
fill in some
How about
linebackers.
one of the Eagles guys? Let's take one of the backup guys from the Eagles.
You want to go backup guys? from the Eagles.
They just drafted a couple of guys this year, I think.
D-line, Eagles. Let's see what that gets us.
We're not taking Stephen Means, Paul.
No, I know.
All right, I know you want
Derek Barnett, first-round pick.
I tell you what, Chris Long looks cheap at $3 million at defensive end. We need a backup defensive end.
Chris Long. Yeah.
Chris Long looks cheap to me at $3 million.
He certainly would up our tattoo
Heck,
game.
Michael Bennett's not ridiculously expensive at $5 million.
No, he got restructured.
I think Derek
yeah.
Barnett is a younger, up-and-coming player I like a lot better, but I'm okay with
I like
Chris
Long. Let's go, Chris Long.
All right, that's
All right.
That's gonna take a dent.
You wouldn't let me take a guy who's a personal friend, huh? You wouldn't let me
Not
draft
yet.
a personal friend?
Not yet.
All right.
Not yet.
Kenny Longsnap.
No.
In a pinch.
I'm gonna
No,
keep
but he's
asking.
a heck of a basketball player. He can slam pretty well. I know that. So
All right.
where else? Where are we going?
Maybe a DT. Maybe an interior guy. What do you
Yeah,
think?
we need another DT.
Who do we like?
They
there?
had the other guy there I like too, Elodie Nagata.
Yeah, but he's got to be on the back side of it, right?
Yeah, but he's $2.7 million.
Yeah,
He's
but
a backup.
There's a reason for that.
He's old.
All right. Come on. What other D lines do we like here? Should we look at Dallas?
I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that Dallas's defense is pretty good.
I'm not sure they're going to be.
They haven't been that good, except they were good last year. They were good rushing the passer last year.
They had to get rid of a lot though to fit.
What
some
do we
guys
got?
in.
Let's go to Minnesota real quick.
Okay.
Let's go to a team that has great defense.
Yeah, there's a lot of
And they're
options here,
paying
guys.
for it too.
Yeah, they are paying for it.
Yeah. Okay, let's not go to Minnesota.
How about who have been some of the prominent rookie defensive tackles drafted in the last couple of years?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. Check Pittsburgh. Let's see. I think their guys. I was watching their game the other day. Tuitt and Hayward are pretty pricey, right?
Yeah, we got some value here though.
Stephon Tuitt at 5'4".
Yeah, we're still on the edge though. I think right. We got to try to get interior if we can.
Yeah, well, he's a 3-4 end though.
True.
So
Yeah, we're playing a 3-4. We just need a nose tackle
That's right.
guy in there.
That's right.
Let's head out to San Diego
Yeah.
and the Chargers.
They moved to Los Angeles.
Well,
Kevin,
excuse me,
but
Los Angeles.
We'll
Listen, you want to go to find a defensive lineman in San Diego? You really save a lot of money. All right.
I'll tell you what. He's a starter, but that's a pretty
Yeah.
nice cap number for an All-Pro right there.
It is.
It is.
Can we
I
do
mean,
that?
We could even live there if we needed to.
I don't know
on
anything about
2.6.
Put Corey in there. Why not?
we have a lot
What
of
the hell?
round pull.
We got $32 million. We can put Corey in there.
I like it.
Tackle in.
I like it too.
That's
Now we
good
gotta
depth.
get some backup linebackers,
Yeah.
don't we?
Yeah, let's get some linebackers.
All right.
I'm gonna take the whole league out of the inside linebackers. Ready?
All right.
Here we go. The whole league. Every inside linebacker available.
Uh-oh.
Broke the website. Literally crashed the site. Oh, I know why. I gotta go back here.
Well, the rookie for what's Edmonds making?
Yeah, he's like 2.6.
I like
I
Edmonds.
think that makes
I
sense.
think that's a good backup.
Good compliment.
I think that kid's gonna get better as the season goes
Should we
along.
take the rest of the Edmonds family as well too?
Oof.
Oh, his brother at safety?
Brothers at safety.
I don't know.
Why not, right?
Yeah, sure.
What's wrong with a Steeler safety?
Sure.
Nothing. And we still got $22 million to spend
So-
on how many players? How many
so-
players we got left?
So we've got the Watt brothers and the
Nine
Edmonds
play-
brothers.
listen,
That's
nine.
awesome.
9 players, an average of just over $2 million per player.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You know how much money we have a ton of money to spend here. We have a lot of money to spend here, Mike. We need one more linebacker.
All right, so we need an edge guy.
Yeah, pass rush guy.
We need
Another
an edge
pass
guy.
rush guy.
What are you thinking? Chubb?
Chubb?
It's gonna
Love
be,
Chubb.
It's going to be higher, but
How much money are we spending on Chubby?
do we go with the cream of the crop? What do you think?
Let's
Throw
see.
the list up. Let's see who other options are. But I'd be okay with that.
I mean, he's under 5.
Keep
I like
going
Vic
down.
Beasley, too.
Keep going down.
Yeah?
What do we got here?
Davenport's fresh in
First-round
in
pick.
New Orleans. I just read
I
today
think
they don't even know where they want
Kemvichi's
to
going to
use
be a
him.
really pretty good player. I think.
Yeah.
Taco Charlton had a good year last
I mean,
year
his
for
name's
Dallas.
Taco for crying out loud. How do you not
I
pick
think we have to do
Taco?
it, right? Is
Go
that Dallas?
Taco.
Is that Dallas?
Dallas. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go Taco because
love
I'm craving a taco, frankly.
Kevin's
It's going so long here. I mean, we're at 54. This is a record Spotrac podcast. We're getting a lunch
We got like
thing.
a pick a minute here. We're good.
Okay. I'm enjoying this. This is the part about fantasy football I love, and then the rest of it I hate.
Yeah, it's
I
just a
love
little
picking
bit-
the team, but then you get in the week-to-week stuff, I'm disgusted.
All right,
with
what
it.
else do we need?
I think we need one more cornerback, right?
we do
Okay,
need
another
another
corner, yes,
corner.
we
That
need-
is correct.
We've got our nickel guy, but all right,
We have
let's-
3. We need a 4th. Is what you're saying?
I think so. I think they're generally the secondaries are pretty big. 7, 8 guys, don't you think?
Usually,
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. What's Malcolm Butler making?
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Motivated
on the cap.
guy.
$6 million.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's more than I was hoping for.
yeah. There's some names here. There's some names.
Hargraves.
Yeah.
Decent player.
Yeah.
Lattimore. One of the top. rookies
Marshawn
in-
Lattimore. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
Marshawn
top
Lattimore a
rookies,
lot.
yeah.
No brainer. I don't know how we.
I mean, he might be a starter.
Yeah.
He was he defensive rookie of the year last year? I think he was.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, over Tre'Davious, right?
Who we picked as a starter. Mm-hmm. See, that's the Buffalo bias there. But I like the fact that we have them both, though, because they're both good players. And they're
Artie
both relatively
Burns is a starter for Pittsburgh. Adoree Jackson
Are we
starts in
keeping-
Tennessee.
So we've got four cornerbacks. Are we keeping 4 and 4?
No, usually you
Do we
go
want
the fifth
4
corner.
safeties?
Four, you keep. Do you want a
Usually
fifth corner?
Yeah, I think
You want a
usually.
guy who can
Remember,
play
you're
both.
essentially starting 3
Okay.
more than 60% of the time.
This guy
teams
had a hell
start
of a
third corner.
2017 right here.
Yeah, I like Patrick Robinson,
Okay.
too.
He had a
Done.
hell of a year.
Yeah, pick him. We got
Done.
the money.
Kevin's making it rain over here now.
We do.
He sees daylight. Man,
We got 14 million to spend on 4 players.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
I mean, we're gonna have money left to make a trade later.
Another linebacker, special teams guy, maybe.
Yeah.
Is that? I'm just looking at our roster. Another.
How many receivers do we have?
We have 5.
This is where you want to go Stephen Means, right?
Could go Stephen Means.
All right, we'll
Yeah,
pick
that's our
Means.
guy.
All right.
Yeah, I
That's
like
our guy
Steven
there.
Way to
Means.
go, Steve.
Yeah, we need the special
Stephen
teams
means
guy.
business. and
Anyone
so
under
do
$1
we.
million is good enough for me.
Do we have another backup? We have Edmonds at inside linebacker,
Yeah,
right?
You want another wide receiver?
We need how many? Well, we're playing
We
a
have
3-4.
5.
We need one more. How many linebackers do we have on the roster?
Yeah, we probably need 2 more.
We need another linebacker for sure.
We
got-
have
we've got-
4 inside and 2 outside.
Yeah.
So we need another linebacker.
You need
You can't have
another
you can't-
outside.
You need one more. You need at
Well,
least-
remember our DNs are kind of outside linebackers too, aren't they?
To some degree.
No, we need another
In
linebacker.
a 3-4, you're going to be, yeah.
I think we need another linebacker and another safety.
Okay.
You want to go another edge guy?
Yeah, we
then?
need
Another-
8
yeah.
defensive backs, and you need 7 linebackers.
Another edge guy and another safety.
I'm going to give you the edge. I'll tell you that. Edge. I think we're going to stay away from these guys.
I was going
Yeah.
to say Chandler Jones, but yeah, we spent a lot
No,
of
we're
money.
going to have to live down here, I think.
Wow.
Merciless. It's at 5'9".
It's not terrible.
No.
I like Tua at
Hang
5'4".
Boy, Julius Peppers at $5 million. I know he's 87
Kinda
years old.
So
I know
is
he's
Thomas Davis.
about Muhammad Wilkerson.
Do we trust him?
No,
Leonard Floyd, pretty good young player.
Yeah. Yeah, that's got some legs.
Did we take Bud Dupree?
no, we
No,
did not
we took
take
the
Bud.
Watkins
Done.
instead.
Bud Dupree. I thought
No.
we did. All right, put Bud Dupree in.
Why? Why do you get to pick up Bud Dupree? What if
'Cause
I
this
wanted
Bud's
John
for you,
Simon?
Kevin.
What if I wanted John Simon?
John Simon's not a bad player
No,
either.
he's not a bad player at all. His name stood out to me before. But I got
Tack McKinley was a first-round pick of the Falcons.
if you want Dupree, I like John Simon.
Okay.
Dupree's a better value.
And he's a starter on
All
a
right,
better
fine,
team.
take Dupree then.
Why are you even here, Kevin?
I don't know. I'm trying to, ever since we drafted Taco, I keep thinking of a taco.
All right.
Safety. We
One
need
more
another
safety,
safety?
guys. One more safety.
Kevin, you get to make this pick with no other comment.
How much money we have left on our cap? $10 million, and we got two spots.
I think we're keeping a third quarterback. What do you think?
I'm not keeping a third quarterback.
No?
Why am I going to spend money on a third quarterback?
I don't know if Carson Wentz is healthy.
All right, fine. Wait.
You want to go up a little? You got some money.
We got money to spend here, buddy. I liked, boy. What do you guys think? I like Bethea or Adams.
Yeah.
Adams a really good player.
Yeah, let's go with Adams. Heck, he could be our starter.
All right, I'll tell you what.
He might start over Poyer. Sorry, but Jamal Adams, great player.
Here's what I want to do.
That guy at $5 million is a bargain this year for the Jets,
Well,
and he's a bargain for us.
if he's ready to go, right? I think he's ready to break out.
All right, what do we? We need a backup left tackle.
Do we want to take a look and upgrade anything? Do we want to upgrade
No.
our tight end position?
No.
No?
Why? We got Gronk.
Instead of Njoku?
Yeah. We can get a little more expensive there if we want.
Let's see what's
yeah,
available.
let's see what's available. All right.
And actually, I've got it slotted here for two guys. We're actually 3 picks away here.
What?
3 picks away. 3 picks away. What? You can't do the math? I'm showing you 50 right here.
So we can upgrade our tight end then.
All right.
So what's our left tackle? How about we've already picked backup lineman.
Yeah, we got our swing guy.
Right.
I've got slots for 2 starters.
We put Dawkins.
two
We
starters
put
at each.
Dawkins as our left tackle.
Okay.
Deion Dawkins is our backup left tackle.
Let's pick a right tackle. Let's go find an actual right tackle. All right. There's some good ones, the Schraders and those guys, but they cost a lot of money. Let's live in this area. What are we thinking?
Ramchick was really good.
He was
in
good.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
And Santrell Henderson's going to get a real shot this year. I mean, a real shot.
Who's he playing for these days?
Do you really not know?
No, I really don't.
Former Bills, Chantrell
Texans,
Henderson.
maybe?
And he had Crohn's disease, battled Crohn's disease.
He did.
He got suspended because he used some medicine for Crohn's disease.
Yeah, he's the right tackle on that good Houston Texans
I like it. I
line.
think he's a good player.
I think Ramchick's better.
Do you?
Yeah, on a better team.
Bam.
And we know he hasn't been
I'll
suspended
tell you what,
for
guys.
drugs.
We have a lot of Saints.
Is there
We have a
anything
lot
wrong
of
with that?
Saints, and there's a lot of people who really like that team this year.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong
Really
with that.
like that team. Like competing with the Rams like it.
Yeah. I think they were a freak play away from going to the Super Bowl. Frankly, I think they would have beat the Eagles.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I think the Saints were the best team in the NFC last year, and they lost on a horrible decision by a safety.
Shh, that's our guy. Shh, quiet.
Well,
We
that's
have
your
that
guy.
We did
He's your
take
guy.
him.
You were
He's
all
a
over
teammate.
that guy.
He's on it. We don't talk.
Listen,
We don't disparage our own teammates.
He's on the bench for me. Adams is starting.
We don't disparage our guys.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, he's despaired. If it
all
was
right. What do we
Hard
need?
Knocks right now, I'd be-
3.7.
Yeah, but you still need another tackle, according to this
According to-
poorly put together.
I disagree. I disagree.
We don't need a tackle. We have a backup left
We have
tackle.
4
in Dawkins.
tackles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got to make this work. Hold on.
yeah. We don't
I gotta
have.
fix Deion Dawkins here
Okay.
for us.
Please do.
Oh, because his position is listed at right tackle or something.
Yeah, he's just a tackle actually. So that's not gonna fly. So we're gonna do some on the fly semantics here.
No problem.
Taking you behind the scenes, deep inside
We're gonna make
the
him
guts of Spotrac.
an actual left tackle.
Yeah, you're putting Dawkins in there, so we don't need that position now.
Okay, so we'll skip it. We'll skip it for now because that's not going to automatically update until I publish. So we do need one more bench, though. One more
I think
bench.
a third quarterback works for me.
Is that what we
Wait a
want to
second.
do?
What do we have? We have
We have
five.
3 tight ends.
We need
Do
another
we need,
safety.
how about 6 wide receivers? No,
Yeah, you can either use a
right?
receiver. You got 7 DBs. Teams either usually keep 8.
What about 2 kickers?
No,
No.
no way.
I was kidding.
Okay. I'd put the money because we have 3 tight ends. Why do we have? Who's our third tight end?
Yeah, we picked a good one.
We have Gronkowski and Njoku, and who did we just take?
We picked a good one. I'm spacing.
Oh, the guy from San Francisco.
George Kittle.
yeah,
Total value.
Kittles and bits.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, 3 plus 1.
I'd
That's
pick a
probably
safety.
enough.
I thought we picked a third safety. I thought we picked Adams.
Yeah, we've got.
Yeah, we do. We
we've
have
got
4
a flex
safeties.
guys.
Okay.
We have 5 safeties.
We have 5 safeties.
That's 2. I don't know if we need 5 safeties.
Yeah. We actually have 10 defensive backs.
Most teams keep 9 total.
Yeah.
Sometimes teams keep
Go
10.
receiver then.
I would
Let's
rather
pick a
have an
receiver.
extra corner than a 5th safety.
Let's pick a receiver.
Okay. Let's go hash
One
it
more
out.
receiver. One more receiver, and then we have one roster spot left.
Are we looking at a
How much money do we have? How much money do we have?
3.7.
Oh,
It's getting ugly.
God, it's not getting ugly receiver wise for 3.7. We are going to get like an unbelievable.
That's the
Right.
answer, guys, right
Absolutely.
there. That's the
Yeah.
answer.
No question. No doubt.
Probably should be our starter.
Yeah. No doubt.
We just got to earn it.
Yeah.
Another Saint.
And we've got room for injuries
Well,
under the cap.
How about a third quarterback?
I've got to get Dawkins in there, and then we'll have another bench spot left.
Oh, so Dawkins isn't in there left yet.
Dawkins is in there as a bench player, but we've got to just do some semantics here.
Okay. So we're going to have 2.3.
Okay, just got to run something here.
This is awesome.
This is a lot of fun.
The tool is a
Yeah.
lot of fun. We had a lot of fun building it. And,
So if you listen to that podcast, you're going to go and see. You're going to publish this roster and put it out there.
You can email it and tweet it and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
people can actually view the 53-man roster you've built. Or, like I said, you can kind of go to this tool.
This is free to everybody, right? This is not in the premium
Free.
section.
Totally
All right,
free.
You should put it on the premium section. This is too cool.
So let's see if that updates for us. But if you go to this tool and you want to start with your team, so we'll start with the Bills, there's actually a lot you can do here. So this is the current Bills roster. I think they've got 89 guys currently.
And there's $6 million in the hole in cap space.
In terms of the week 1 cap, right? So
Because they haven't cut the roster.
You're getting yourself down to the 53.
Yeah.
So you can do that by trading people, by restructuring salaries, by outright cutting them. You can just type in a new number here to give them a pay cut if you want to do that. So it's
nice.
It's neat. It's pretty neat. And the trades are all in real time. So you're actually taking on
Can I cut Trent Murphy right now?
Yeah, you won't want to for a cap purpose, but you'll take on the dead cap in real time as it happens too. So that's actually a really neat part of this tool as well. But let's see if this worked. It did not. So we're just gonna have to take somebody kind of close to him. Left tackle.
All right.
Think of your 53rd guy, guys. Are we going with a quarterback?
I think we should take another quarterback just to cover ourselves.
What do you think?
Sure, that's fine.
Kevin's
No, I mean, this guy's never going to see the light of day. I mean,
Where are we living on Deion Dawkins? Man, that's cheap. $950.
yeah, it is for a starter.
That is.
All right, let's find our quarterback.
We're gonna put Sambrello there because he's similar. Do some.
Oh, don't pick an Atlanta Falcon. No, I'm kidding. So we have $1.39 million in cap space for our quarterback.
We've actually got a little more than that. We've got about 2.3 when we take out.
All right,
Dawkins.
let's find a quarterback
Okay.
then.
So let's find around $2
Rookie?
million.
Are we
for
talking about a
third
rookie here?
quarterback? Yeah, I think it's got to be somebody pretty cheap, don't you?
Right.
Let's get down here to where we belong. Oh, it's not Paxton Lynch.
No.
I'm going to go out on a limb there.
No.
We can maybe
Frankly, none of those guys get me all that excited.
Lamar.
Lamar.
Lamar
I mean, if you
Jackson.
wanna
the
talk about
rookie.
exciting.
Lamar? Yeah. I mean, we've got Dak here too, guys. Don't forget.
I like Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we doing Dak?
Yeah.
That'd be stupid not to take him for that kind of money.
All right. Here is our sort of gerrymandered 53-man roster.
Right.
Wow.
Based on semantics. I'm going to save right now.
And we still have
1.6.
in cap space. Perfect. You know, we got to bring a guy in. We
Yeah.
can bring a guy in.
Going to have injuries.
Awesome. So this will be
Yeah, we'll publish this.
this will be published,
Yeah, we'll
tweeted
throw it on
out,
Facebook and Twitter,
all
yeah.
that stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed it on Facebook Live. Sorry the lights went out here halfway through on Facebook Live, but those who came back and watched it. And you can go on and check this out. It's a great tool that you can use to sell NFL salary cap roster builder and manager. Fun thing. You can build your own roster there. And as Mike mentioned, email it to your buddies, share it on social media. You can pick your favorite team too and go through and make some cuts if you will. Check out the premium section. Become a premium member. Mike will even come over and have dinner, by the way, if you're a premium member. Have you done that contest yet?
We have not.
Okay. Well,
There's your premium section.
Right.
All right, premium section. Mike does the Project Sum podcast, where he breaks down a contract on there that's exclusive to premium members, along with some other great tools and information on the site. Be sure to rate us on iTunes. Give us a good rating, right? Give us a good rating. All right. That's going to do it for what has been a really cool draft process here on the Spotrac.com podcast. For Mike Giannetti and Paul Peck, I'm Kevin Sylvester. Thanks for listening.